Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're off for Matt Crusher. To return, Jerome Ford. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. So here are the Browns now, headed out for their first drive. And they'll be led out by this promising young signal caller out of the University of Colorado.
And if he could only flip that 3-to-1 ratio, have it be 3 touchdowns to 1 pick instead of the other way around, I think we'd have seen that loss flip to a win as well. Clean slate this week. We'll see what he's done to address the showing from his last time out.
Someone got a piece of that downfield throw, but it is caught anyway. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 32 on the play. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
To throw it on first down. Connection made to Judy. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Now a moment to check out his numbers catching that football last week. 2nd and 3 now. From the 29. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. All set up now for 1st and 10. They'll throw it again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns take a 6-0 lead right away. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
PAT is up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Calvin Austin on the return. He's stopped on the return at the 27. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
He gave us all the excitement we could hope for last week, but it wasn't all in a good way, at least for his team. Never knew if his throws were going to end in a touchdown or turnovers, and he had a couple of both by the end of the loss. You don't want him to lose that gunslinger mentality. You just want him to be a little more thoughtful with each and every decision.
It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. 2nd and 3 now. Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
This is reeled in by Wilson. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even...
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
Well, I think all quarterbacks have been there before. You start scrambling, you're hoping for something to materialize, and nothing does. You just try to get back to the line, live to play another day, and more importantly, avoid a loss.
Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Browns will have their work cut out for them on this drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Gets himself free. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Collects this at the 35. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt goes 63 yards. And the Steelers will take over possession. They bring Wilson in motion right. They'll start the drive with Warren. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Warren here from the gun. And they bring him down around the 34.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Oh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards.
Encroachment, defense.
So keep that 2nd and short play in your back pocket. So the penalty goes ahead and gives them the 1st.
Automatic 1st down.
So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's 1st and 10. They'll run here following the penalty. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's a throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Grant Delpit in to pick it off. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
The Cleveland offense back out and getting set for the drive. And this is an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock, getting a key division matchup so early in this season. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively. Back-to-back
carries here. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Met and stopped by Alex Highsmith. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Pass play coming here. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. They aren't even quite sure what this team is going to settle in as this season, Brock, but already this is an important contest for them that could have postseason implications down the line. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Here's a give up the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. Pass taken in by Freiermuth. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. So some time to maybe reconsider what to do on 4th down. That's the end of the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They only need 1 yard. Let's see if they choose to go for it on 4th. That's cut beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That'll be a 20-yard hit on 4th down, Brock, and it keeps this drive moving.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
Working inside the red zone. This throw is cut. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Escapes the pocket. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he's into the end zone, touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers parlay the interception into points. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers tie this game 7-7. Now Boswell on to send this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Returns looking good so far. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Cleveland's offense all set to take over. And it's going to be interesting to see, Brock, if they're a little rattled. Seeing that interception end up costing them the lead. Things all tied up now.
Okay, maybe a little rattled, but these are pros. And part of that is understanding. Those guys on the other side, they're capable of making plays too. The key now is to go atone for it and get that lead back.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Here's 2nd and 11. Cut out left. He's got to gain a 6 there. Met and stopped by Alex Highsmith.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end. because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him. So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Give him 13 on that play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. They give it to him again. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Dropping back to throw. Freiermuth there to bring it in. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. And the Browns add an extra defensive back out there. Nickel package, 3rd down. Now looking to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
No return on that punt. And they're going to be backed up deep in their own territory to begin this one. Back out now comes the Browns offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Lone back gets the handoff. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Cole Holcomb there on the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. They'll try and throw it here. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. He can't hang on to the pass. And that takes them to 3rd down. They go play action here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And they're going to take over possession. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Hey, that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in mind, double digits, and they nearly got it there.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. They'll send their tight end right. Throw on 3rd down. That's complete to Wilson. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. He's going to throw this one. Catch made by Austin. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
From the 42. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second.
Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again! And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down. The Steelers set to punt it. It'll be Cameron Johnston doing the honors. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. The Browns getting their offense out there. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They're going play action. Into the hands of Tillman, complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. The Browns driving. Pass play on 1st and 10. Finds him over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Searches from the pocket. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Completed over the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
Here we go. Here's one of those games.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. Well, we all know there can be so little room for error spotting the football, and that's what's being reviewed right here. Did they get this right?
And I know both sidelines are furiously pleading their cases about what their eyes see. But fortunately, the eye in the sky and the replays will give us a clear answer.
They sent it out to New York just to be safe, and the folks there saw enough to change that call. He put some juice on a deep throw down the middle. David Njoku, the guy he was looking for. So it'll be 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. 3rd and short here, trying to pass. Setting up the running back screen. And he's able to get this down to the 36. That one gains 7. And that gives the Browns a first.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. 1st down from the red zone. The throw is caught. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. They are throwing it again. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns take the lead just before halftime. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
On his Hopkins for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns break that tie and now lead by 7. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Returning it from the 4. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Award that tackle to Michael Hall. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They're just going to play it safe, sticking with the ground game, it looks like. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. Throwing now on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. He can run it. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Back to throw it. He's going deep. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
They don't complete a high percentage of these, but even the incomplete deep shots serve a purpose. It keeps the defense honest, knowing if they overcommit close, they could get burned.
Sideline, he's got it, and he gets the feet down too. So that's halftime here in this one. The Browns on the road, but currently in front. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
With that, the two squads are headed out of the tunnel. So let's get you back out to Kay Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. This is reeled in by Wilson. And he'll get it up to the 44. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Steelers' 1st down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Well, it looks like the defense jumps just before the snap there.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Back now, pressure on its way. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And that one comes down at the 2 before bouncing into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Pass play now. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. He not only broke on it to make the pick, Brock, but he was on the move real quick, knowing short field, there's a great chance that he could take that one back for a touchdown.
That's exactly right. In this area of the field, an offense really only gets a second or two to react to that pick and get over and cut off his lanes, and if you don't, well, it's 6 the other way.
Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers tie things up at 14. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Here's Ford on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Browns headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. They've got 1st down from the 31. Getting right back to it after that interception. That's Tillman, he's got it. And that's good for a gain of 5. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Throwing off the play fake here. Throw wheeled in by Njoku. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. He's dropping back to throw. He beams one deep right. It is caught at the 20. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
On the slant, complete to Judy. And he's able to get this down to the 13. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Looking for a throw here. This one's caught. And a nice game here, but it's stopped short of the 1st.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it. I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. On the return, here comes Austin. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Right up the gut. We'll have him gain about a handful there from the secondary. Grant Delpit on the tackle. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. From the 34. It's Cup Metcalf. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Play action on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Pass taken in by Freiermuth. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
Well, that right there, Kate, that is the epitome of trust. And trust in your big physical tight end. Throwing his way into double coverage. You may question the decision when the ball leaves his hands, but it's tough to question when it produces results like that.
They connect on the deep shot. And they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 3rd quarter lead. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw, just the right touch, and you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
Kickoff taken at the 3. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Airing it out to start this drive. Finding Judy. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Finds Judy near the sideline. And he's out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Running it after the penalty. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Pressure's there, and the steel curtain closes on him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. They're throwing it. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down.
Some squads you just see love to do this, Kate, and I've got so much respect for defensive coordinators who late in the game, instead of playing prevent, well, they step up the aggression meter. Back-to-back sacks puts this offense and this quarterback way off schedule.
The Browns are lined up to punt, and he's been getting all of it every time out. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the Steelers will take over deep on their own side. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff up the gut. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This game has evolved so much over the years, but there's just certain times, there's certain moments, some flashes of greatness like that you see Dick Butkus, that you see Jack Lambert, that you see Mike Singletary. These middle linebackers stuffing a run. This guy in particular, like the greats used to do.
It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Shotgun handoff to Warren. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. They go play action here. Completed to his running back. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Warren quick on the draw. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still 3rd down.
After the penalty, they have 3rd and 4. Back to throw now. He has the first over the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
On 1st down, Warren. And he's going to take this only to about the 31. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Looking to the air here. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Time we offered some serious blanket praise for this entire group defensively. The guys up front, they've certainly generated the pressure. Everybody on the back end in coverage, well, they're holding down their assignments to delay these throws. This is going to be one tomorrow, one fun tape to watch, because 6 sacks, it's hard to come by in this league.
Got all of it, and this is good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
Here's Ford on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now we see the Browns offense headed out. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, and instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Extra man in the secondary for the Steelers. 3rd down coming up. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got Njoku on the sideline, caught. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
That's taken at the 15. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Hard to do better than that. A 66-yard punt. And it'll be their football. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now a give running right. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Wilson's got it. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. He's back to throw. Got Washington. It's complete. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Throw complete to Warren. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 2nd down now, 7 to go. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers leading by 7. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Give now to the running back. And he'll get it up to the 44. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Back to the well again. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Another carry for him. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory. Now the Browns spend their final timeout. 3rd and 4 coming up now. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains. This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock. But the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can.
So they happily go to a knee here and run out this clock, and they're finally on the board, their 1st win of the season. Out for one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. So make a check in the win column for the Steelers. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh.